what's the supermarket opportunity? Supermarkets are getting smaller. They're going to shrink in size, which means about half the products that are on the supermarket shelf gone. Do we need 100 different varieties of olive oil, all that comes from Spain, and we think it comes from Italy anyway? Probably not. So we're going to see that shrink. We're also seeing more chefs being employed by supermarkets. There's Hy-Vee. Let me go back. Hy-Vee has one store in someplace that I visited, Waukee, and that has 9 CIA graduate chefs working in the store. 9 in one store. It's an 80,000 square foot store, but 9 chefs full-time. Registered dietitians. We're seeing a lot more RDs being employed by supermarkets to help us navigate the aisles, because it is a complicated situation. And I think if we take a look at the future of supermarkets, it's going to be about these services. It's going to be about, to Addie's point, community. It's going to be a place that's designed for me. Gone are the days of piling it high and selling it cheap. That doesn't work. Yes, we want to have good value for our dollars, but we're not just going to go to a store that's cheap, that doesn't feel good to us.
Well, how do you explain then the Wincos of the world?
Well, if you look at the Wincos and the Aldis, for example, and Save-A-Lot and Grocery Outlet.
Food for Less.
Food for Less. Yeah. All of them, they do well. They're not doing as well now as they did during the recession. But even if you look at Grocery Outlet, which for me is the best of that channel, which is just low price, the way they operate, by the way, is they only have about 1/3 of the foods that are there all the time. So some of the major brands. The other 2/3 of the foods are bought opportunistically. So Kraft goes to them and they say, we're changing the label on macaroni and cheese. There's nothing wrong with it, but we're going from a blue box to a purple box, and Winco or any of the others buy it cheap. Same way the dollar stores operate. That's why you see those prices being so less.
And then you sack your own groceries.
You sack your own groceries, which isn't that big of a cost anyway. But it's really buying things that are going to disappear from the shelves. That's where the cost savings comes from.